The shot that clears will kick off first, and here we go. From deep, it's Rodgers. He gets a block. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And a big question coming into this game was how were they going to be able to handle the environment and all the crowd noise? And the best way to do that, make a play early and get everybody to sit down. They wasted no time. Opening kickoff, what a great job in blocking. Open field running was sensational. They score a touchdown, and guys, early, I'm not hearing a lot of noise from this home crowd.
On the run from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He returns it almost to the 35. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 34-yard line. Solid work on that one. Here's Lopez to throw. Left side is Glass. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Give to the running back. He breaks a tackle. Is that stiff arm even a human arm? It looks like some type of steel bludgeoning device on his way to a first down.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
And the shot that clears will snap it on 1st and 10. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Throwing, Lopez. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. It's dropped after taking the hit.
And there's not very many offensive plays that are going to be successful. If you can rush 3 guys and still get to the quarterback, it's not a good sign for this offensive line.
2nd and long here. Lopez wants to fire. Time to take a shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Third and long coming up. They want a little extra time to think over this 3rd and long as we've got a timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Lopez. Oh, pressure's coming. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
This is why 3rd down is so difficult for quarterbacks, because the defense substitutes, they put faster guys on the field, and they've got all of their different exotic looks they've been game planning all week for, some things you haven't seen on film yet, and it confuses your offensive line, it confuses you, and you're out here just trying to make plays, trying to do something right to get a first down. Wasn't able to gain a lot there.
And that is no good. Guys, they could have cut the deficit in half if that field goal had been good, still down by 6.
Man, that was going to be a bomb. There are a lot of NFL kickers that wouldn't make that field goal.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Quick give, it's Haynes. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll move the tight end. Keep it on the ground. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Looking to throw, it's Overton. Right side, it's Brown. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Awesome job there on 3rd down by the QB, working through his progressions. He wanted to go downfield, but the defense took everything away. So his eyes come down, he finds the drag route underneath, makes a good throw, and his guy does the rest to pick up the first.
Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
And David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
Straight ahead, it's Haynes. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
From the red zone, it's Hill. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
The screen, and watch out. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Well, if you're going to get first downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. Splits the uprights. It's good. They're now up 9-0.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Here's Lopez to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
The give. Sees an alley. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Push is ahead. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Fourth down, Lopez. Stepping to the right. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the fourth down to keep the drive going.
It just must be so nice to be such a good athlete and to realize fourth down, I want to pass the football, nobody open, I got this. I can take off, I trust myself, and he gets the first down. And these are the ones that just frustrate, annoy defenses by fourth down on your own side of the field, and he just took matters into his own hands.
They'll run it. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
They had a nice crisp run, great job. Maybe expecting pass, in second down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the first down.
The shot that clears are marching down the field. Throwing, Lopez. Just a short pass to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll be ridden out of bounds, but not before a good pickup on that one.
There used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to them and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Lopez to pass. Finds his man. It's Johnson. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down. And the shot that clears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Run in the red zone, it's Edwards. Could be an alley. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Tight end now in motion. They give it back to him. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They're in the gun on 3rd down. It's Lopez. Big hit knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That'll pull them back to within 6.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out. It's Rodgers. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Wyoming takes over the football and the Cowboy offense on its way out. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
They give it to him again. And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that 1st down.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you 1st downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down. Hits the hole. It's Haynes. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Overton. Rushes on. Buried before he complete. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Finds the tight end. They get him stopped, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
And listen, 3rd down and long is such a hard spot to be in. That's where defenses want offenses, right? Like, they got them right where they want them. But there's a really nice job by the playmaker. QB got him the football, and he didn't run out of bounds.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. DB's right up on the receivers. Has to have it on 4th down. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Well, you got to have a lot of confidence in your offensive line to go for it in that situation of the field at this juncture of the game, but this head coach does, and his offense shows you why. Great job up front getting some push, and the running back knew exactly where he needed to go.
Moving out to the right. Throwing on the run. He's got it way down the field. Spin, still running. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12. And the Cowboys come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying the run, it's Haynes. There's some room. Touchdown, Wyoming. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Lopez. He's going to throw deep right side. Makes a deep grab. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. The shot that clears want to crank the tempo. Lopez wants to fire. Look out! And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And the shot that clears now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking downfield very late in the half. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And very important not only to generate power, but to find his mark. A 49-yard try from the left. Right down the boulevard, it's good. That gets them back to within 10.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Rodgers. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. One more snap coming before halftime. These corners going to give these receivers some space. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll be able to snap it one more time. Let's see how aggressive they are on 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's Overton. Takes a hit as he fires. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. Let's open things up with Georgia Tech taking on the number 17 team, the Tennessee Volunteers.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The shot to clear is now ready to go on offense. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Out wide right, it's Johnson. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15. Don't always have to get rid of it quickly if you have that type of protection and enough time for a receiver to run that slow-developing route.
No doubt. He comes across the field. There's going to be a time where he's going to be open. Nice job by the QB seeing it, delivering the strike with the great protection.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Long way to go on second down. Here's Lopez to throw. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Lopez from the gun on third down. Finds his big tight end. Still running at the 40. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Looking for a gap. It's Edwards. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on second down, and you see guys bleeding into the second level of the defense getting a hat-on-hat to go get that first.
To the ground, he's got it again. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Coastal! And they take it in for 6 more points.
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up, they find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Rodgers. Slips through the line. Just a tremendous return. Great run, great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that. The Cowboys will use their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Keeps it on the ground. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The give on the counter. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Takes the handoff. It's Haynes. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Back to throw, it's Overton. Looking down the middle. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Got room on the return.
Timing has to be so good. We're throwing it his own defense over the middle of the field. The ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. A lot of defenders around on that screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. The unproductive first down completion now brings up 2nd and long. Throwing, Lopez. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Rush right in his face. Just gets rid of that one.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
They booted away on 4th down. Making his first move. Quick step and go. And the returner goes down. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Haynes. Good, strong tackle.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
On the ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Sets his feet. It's Overton. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
I think everybody wants to go for it in this situation, but you got to actually do it, and you got to be comfortable with the consequences if you miss this. Obviously, he was. Conversion's good. Nothing to write home about. No fans upset. Everybody happy. All right.
The Cowboys will line it up on 1st and 10. Sells to run, looking to pass. Looking to take a shot. He's got it inside the 25. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Well, they worked the play action, and he had his guy outside one-on-one on the go route, and there was no question who was going to be getting the football on this one. Phenomenal job stacking the defender on the route, who gets in behind him, able to make the catch way down the field, and then run it in for the touchdown.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. To the back. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17. Guys, we have Wyoming on top as we reach the end of the quarter. Now let's take a look at the stats and what has been a nip and tuck affair. Now just about ready to snap it to start the 4th. So the final period starts with a second down play. Lopez. Under pressure. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. They recover their own fumble. Somehow. Who knows how they got that thing back.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. From the gun on 3rd down, Lopez. Got his man to the left. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
And he's brought down after a short gain.
Got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. Sees some running room. Breaks into the open. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, shot to clear. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off on the ground with a 58-yarder for 6. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. So the Cowboys offense heads onto the field to start this drive. That last touchdown drive tightened this one up, and we'll see what these guys can do coming down the stretch. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Maybe some room here. An explosive run, and he gets it all the way up to the 50-yard line before going out of bounds.
And man, is it nice just to have this guy.
They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
They were all over it.
Defense doing their job, getting that last stop, and now 3rd in California. Not a lot of play calls to convert this, so defensively, let's get off the field now. The clock's running. We need to give it back to our offense with as much time as possible.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Overton. Finds his target down the middle. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And offenses practice the situation. This is 4-minute offense. You've got the lead late in the game. You're trying to bleed the clock and just get first downs. They do that. They stay in bounds, and the clock keeps ticking.
And the Cowboys are moving quickly down the field. Fresh set of downs going up top. Catch in the middle, it's Haynes. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jason, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, and they finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. He's not going to get there. The defense was sure tackling to stop him a few yards short.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. Just a huge stop by their defense, and now there's a little work to do if they're going to try to pull this one. Throws it deep. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Here's Lopez to throw. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
Well, I'll tell you, he picked a good time to have his longest run of the day. Really nice job there, feeling the pressure, buying himself some time, and then taking off and getting north. And just so gifted when he's in the open field. That's going to really give a jolt to his offense.
Pass to 6. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain.
I love the play call running the football here in the 4th quarter, because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. Just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
The shot that clears will have it 1st and 10. On the run, it's Edwards. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long.
I hate the play call. It's going to kill you. It takes way too much time running the football outside and then not getting out of bounds. That's when they're going to regret trailing late.
The handoff. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long. Timeout is called. The clock stopped with 26 seconds left.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Kick the field goal from here. It's a 51-yarder. Get a few on 3rd down, and life is much better. Running inside. It's Edwards. There he goes. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a 1st down in the red zone. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
And the shot that clears pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. This game will come down to this, a field goal try to save them. And it's good! A huge field goal, and they've taken the lead in the waning seconds. Guys, that one was a ton of fun to call, and the players, a lot of games sort of wash away in the memory bank. Not that one. That will be an indelible mark in their memory.
I agree, Reese. I think back to my career in Florida, and just the games that stand out the most were always the ones that went down to the wire, whether we lost or whether we won. For this team, this is going to be a good memory moving forward, David, because of how well they played late.
Did you lose more of those or win more of those? I'm just asking for a friend. Tennessee, what happened? Hey, yeah, it's big-time clutch, right? These are the ones that define your seasons, define your careers, and the ones you never forget, those heartbreakers that come down to the last play.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.